So let me show you this very interesting version of copper silver that I've been playing with. And just as an example of how the glass cleans up your life and can make things a lot easier. This routine I can do without the glass, but when I have the glass involved, it just makes things nicer. Again, the glass and 2 coins, Chinese coin, silver coin. Of course, what you also have is the expanded shell. And not just any expanded shell, this expanded shell also fits the Chinese coin. So you're really golden here. Come out, show the 2 coins. I pick up and I perform the world's easiest unnest. I just finger palm the shell. Opening is now palm is facing away from the hand. I turn over, the coin falls out. Now I have the shell in finger palm. So I can pick up the 2 coins, show them, boom. Everything looks copacetic, right? You're going to do a fan, and it's important that the silver coin is the lowermost part of the fan and farthest away from you. Because what you're going to do is you're going to exchange the 2 coins from hand to hand. In the process, you're going to do a utility switch. It's a fingertip utility switch. It's really comes out of Mike Gallo, although this technique I'm using here is slightly different from his. You're going to show 2 coins like this. And as this hand turns really towards the edge, towards the audience, the second finger is going to just clip that, not even clip that coin, just barely take that coin into a fingertip rest. It's going to end up right about here. For me, it's the beginning point for where you could go into edge grip, but it's not going to. It just needs to sit there for a split second. So that's here. And as I just take the Chinese coin is contact with the thumb. The other hand, the coin falls down. You're just going to bring your fingers up, and the coin will just move from finger palm into fingertip rest, which gets me wherever I need to, exactly where I need to be, so that when I take the Chinese coin here, I just add the shell to the bottom. So from the audience's view, it looks like very fair. That's 2 coins. That's 2 coins, right? I'm here. So real coin here, shell here, Chinese coin there. So I approach and I do a fake take. I just nest the Chinese coin behind the shell. Bam. Okay? Silver coin's here. They're just seeing pure silver. That hand's empty. This goes into the hand, right? Thank you. Mandolin back playing cards. This hand comes away empty. The only coin, that has to be the Chinese coin. There's no other way. This is our silver coin. Now here we come with a fun move, and if you've seen me perform lately, you've probably seen me do a variation on this move that is probably fooled you. I'm going to take the coin, I'm going to place it in the hand. I didn't just place it in the hand, I actually placed the coin, which is of course our nested Chinese coin inside the shell, into curl palm, second finger curl palm. Now, if I plant my thumb on the back of the shell and just let go of the pressure here, the Chinese coin falls out and into the loose fist. Okay, it's just here, it's in place, it just falls down in the loose fist. So from the front, you know, they see the coin go into the hand like this. There, I'm already done. It's already fallen. Right, I'm here. I can let go with the thumb for now. I'm going to use the thumb in just a second, because here's the secret move. I'm going to do what's called a push through steal. This hand is going to steal the coin into nowhere palm, third finger nowhere palm. The way it does this is that this thumb is going to push the coin out, the shell, okay, between the first and second fingers. That'd be right. Second, first and second. There you go, kind of. Learn your math. There you go. So we're here. Show here, and then as you turn down, this finger already curls in. It's the idea that this finger is already curled, and this coin is just delivering, you're just delivering the shell into that palm position. So exposed, the hand passes, and as it passes, it feeds the coin directly into the palm. So from the front, they see you put the coin in the hand, this hand is displayed empty, you touch here, the steal's already done. Right, I'm done. So now you have a couple choices, right? We have the glass down here. I can drop the Chinese coin into the glass, pick it up. If you want, you can kick the shell over from nowhere palm easily into finger palm, right? So that when you drop the Chinese coin, you can pick up and show, right? So the glass just goes right on top of the shell. So now that's very clean. They can see this. They open their hand. It's a silver coin. You have them drop it in. And you can just leave it on the table. Now the nice thing about it is that it looks exactly the way you started now, right? Except for the fact that this is all completely examinable. If they wanted to come look at it, they could. You got the shell palmed in your hand. So while the starting point was a nice dirty starting point but looked clean, the end point looks exactly the same. But now it is completely clean and they can look at it as much as they want. So this is a very fun way to think about what you can do with copper silver and some of the things the glass can do, which just cleans you up. Another thing to think about is with, say, you're using a copper silver coin, right? If I take the copper silver coin, put it in there, the silver side of the copper silver coin, right? No matter how many other things I put on top, right? If I pour out, that copper silver coin will always end up silver side up because that's just the nature of what the glass does when it pours out. If it can protect the shell, it can protect a copper silver coin. The other fun thing about the copper silver coin, which is kind of interesting to play with, is that if you put it in, if you spin it around, nothing's going to happen. But if you give a shake from side to side, you can actually get the coin to flip over. So now I got copper. Now, the one thing you want to do with that flip is that it might sound a little weird, right? It might sound a little different, but you know, so you take the good with the bad there, but you have a very nice visual isolated change if that's what you want to play with. It's easy enough just to, you know, switch a coin and drop it in because most people aren't going to be looking or seeing it. But if you want to go for that visual moment, they can be looking right down in there and see that coin just switch over. And then you can immediately pour it out and you can display it the way you want it to be. So play with it because, again, it gives you a lot of control over any sort of gaff that you need to keep going a certain way. And whether it's a shell, whether it's a copper silver coin, you have a lot of leeway with the glass. So play with it, play with it, play with it. As a utility device, it has so much potential and you can do so many things with it. So enjoy. All right, so let me show you something else that the glass does in the context of a particular routine that I've been having a lot of fun with. Let me show you a trick. I just happen to have two coins here. A silver coin and a Chinese coin. It's actually pretty simple. I need your help, Mr. Hand, which will be played by the part of the deck of cards there. I'm going to give you the Chinese coin to hold on to. Just hold on to it tightly. Nicely done. That leaves me with the silver coin and the glass. All I have to do is drop that silver coin in the glass. It only takes a moment, see? And we're left with the Chinese coin here. Which means you have to have the silver coin. And look at that, you do. Thank you very much. Here's what I want you to do. Hold out your hand for me. I want you to take a look at the coins. Make sure they're real for me, please. Make sure they're real solid silver coins. I want you to take a look at this glass from the bar back here. Make sure it doesn't have like any trap doors. Yeah, see, you can see right through it, right? Great. You can see right into it? I was going to say run. Is it good?
He's my...
He's your what?
My helper.
He's your helper. Okay, good. All right, so you were just looking at the coins and they're real nice solid silver coins, right? And they appear to be, and this is nice solid glass, right? So here's what, actually, I'm gonna use you, Barry. Yep. Yes, see? And I didn't need a tattoo for that, did I? Barry, hand out just like that. Very good. I'm gonna place the glass there, and what I want you to tell everyone, you're gonna be the eyes of the ears. So maybe other people in the room can't necessarily see. How many coins do you see here, Barry?
4.
4. Now, here's the fun part. I do this. This is actually an old trick. I actually study old magic, like 19th century magic, the way they used to do it in England. And this is exactly what they do. They'd have these old-fashioned glasses, and they use these old-fashioned coins. And they talk about being able to manipulate things, like energy forces. Like they would talk about the ether. No, not the stuff you take with you on your dates. But the ether, it was like an energy force that would connect everything. And so if I could actually manipulate the ether, what I would do is I'd reach out in the air, grab the little bit of the energy bits that are connected. It's sort of like the Force from Star Wars. And then just squeeze, and I can make a coin appear. Hold out your hand. Take a look, Kelly. Is that a real coin? In a clear, loud voice, Barry, tell everybody how many coins you see.
3.
Very good. That's right. It's magic. So I'll take yours back. Thank you very much. How many coins do you see here?
3.
Very good. And Kelly, this is one of your few speaking roles. How many coins do you see here?
I see 1.
Very good. You don't have to do anything. No, I'll give it to you. She gets an attitude problem in the middle of the show. You've been such a problem beforehand. Watch what happens. Here, again, if I could just manipulate. Take a look. Make sure they're real. Barry, in a loud, clear voice. How many coins do you see? So everyone here in the bar.
2.
Very good. Very good. Now, here comes the fun part. Hold on your hand for me again, actually. I'm going to give you these 2 coins. I just need you to squeeze them tight for me, okay? Squeeze tight, turn your hand over, and smile. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Keep your hands right there. How many coins do you see here, Barry?
2.
Very good. If I could take that little bit in pieces and make the coin appear here. Hold on. You know what? Sometimes the idea is that sometimes these things are actually already connected by means of this energy force, you know? And so they're going to go where they are used to going. Don't move. I'm just saying that if I got one out and maybe I lost it, maybe I know where it is. Don't move. Loud, clear voice. How many coins do you see?
1.
One at a time. Drop the coins in the glass so everyone in the bar can hear how many coins you have in your hand.
2.
And feel free to applaud whenever you like. I mean, I'm just saying. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Another memory game.
Another memory game. I know. See, boy, I can't open with that, obviously, because it just messes up the whole act. Sam, would you do me a favor real fast? Come right here. Stand right here. I'm going to hold out your hand. I'm going to count the coins into your hand one at a time. We won't use the glass quite yet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. Is that fair, Sam? It is, isn't it? I'm going to remove one of the coins. You close up your hand, turn your hand over, and smile. Another satisfied customer. Everyone's happy. Barry, you've been helping us out the whole evening. I need your help for one last bit. You're going to do the magic for me, okay? Hold your hand again. All I need you to do is squeeze up your hand, close it up, and smile. Another satisfied customer. It's an amazing thing. Here comes the magic. You're going to do it, all right? People are going to freak out. Just watch. Take that. Just open your hand over the glass, Barry. Go ahead. Did you put the short sleeves and everything? Can't keep an eye on him, folks. One at a time. Drop what you got in there. It's magic. Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. Thanks, folks. Have a good night. All right, you two. Well, thank you very much for helping me out this evening. I want to show you a classic little piece of magic. So I'm a magician, and I also have a PhD in magic. So I've made a whole series of bad life choices. It's true, on many levels. But one of the things I got to do was read a lot of old 19th century magic. So I'm going to show you a trick that they used to do. It involves this glass and these coins. So go ahead and take a look at the glass. Make sure it's a real glass. Make sure it doesn't have like a fake bottom. And I want you to take a look at these coins. These are old turn-of-the-century American coins. Touch them, love them, pet them, call them George.
Hi, George.
Good? Happy? Content?
Yep.
Excellent. Very good. So here's what we're going to do. Actually, you're going to play the part of the eyes and ears of the audience, Emily. I just need you to hold your hand, palm up. That's perfect like that. And all I need for you to do is I'm going to put the glass here. And all I need you to do is to tell me, everyone, nice, loud, clear voice, how many coins do you see there?
4.
Back in the old days, they would talk about this thing called ether. It's sort of like the Force from Star Wars. It's the idea that I can manipulate objects from afar. Now, I'm not going to get much closer than this, but if I could just do this. Can't quite see it yet, but when I squeeze, something appears. Go ahead, take a look, make sure that's real. Now that's either an extra coin or in a loud, clear voice, tell everyone exactly how many coins you see in your hand.
3.
Very good, very good. I know, it's good. I told you, we told you it was going to be. I'll take that back. How many coins do you see now?
3.
The answers get easier and easier, as do the questions. That's 3 in the glass, and how many do you see, sir?
1.
That's right. But again, if I could manipulate objects from afar using this old ethereal force, that's all it takes. Sir, go ahead, take a look. Make sure they're real. A loud, clear voice again, Emily, so everyone can hear. How many coins do you see?
2.
Very good. I know. It's like magic. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to change things up a little bit. I want you to go ahead and hold out your hand for me. How many coins do you see here?
2.
Very good. I'm going to give you the 2 coins. That way, everyone, turn your hand over. Smile. Very good. Trying to keep the audience happy. That way, you can focus here, and we won't even use the glass just yet. Not yet. Not yet. That way, everyone can just focus on the 2 coins that I have left here, right? How many you see?
2.
That's right. They go into the hand, right? But all I have to do is this. See? And one of them vanishes from this hand. And of course, it's traveling. It's still in transit. It's still going from point A to point B. You just have to wait. And if you wait long enough, it shows up. Now, what's funny is sometimes other audience members, what they'll say is like, well, I know what was going to happen, right? I know what was going to happen because if I had the 2 coins. And how many do you see?
2.
That's right. They go into the glass, right? But if all I have to do is cast the shadow of my hand here and over here, that's all it takes. Don't move. Loud, clear voice again. How many coins do you see?
1.
That's right. And do me a favor, one at a time, drop the coins in the glass so everyone can hear exactly how many coins you have. 3 coins, right? It's scary, isn't it? I tell you what, we'll try it again. Now you've gone beyond words, you're just giggling. That's good. I'm pro that. No, hold on your hand. We won't use the glass quite yet. I'm going to count the coins in your hand one at a time, all right? That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4 coins. Is that fair?
Yeah.
It is indeed. I'm going to take one coin out, remove it. Go ahead and close up your hand. Turn it over. You smile. Very good. And I tell you what, you've been doing such a good job helping me out. What I'm going to have you do is this. Hold out your hand, palm up like that. I'm going to, all I need you to do is close up your hand, turn it over, and smile. Another satisfied customer. Everybody's happy, see? Because you've been doing such a great job, you're actually going to get to do the magic for her. I know. Well, okay. No. It's not that. We're not getting paid enough for that show. But what's going to happen is this. I want you to hold your hand out over the glass. On the count of 3, I want you to open your hand. On the count of 3. Now, here's what I want you to do. Because you're going to do the magic for her, all right? So you don't have to tell her how you did this. All right? You don't have to. And what I want you to do is when you open your hand on that count of 3, don't look at me. Don't look at the crowd. Look in her eyes. Because what you'll get to see and experience is the same thing I get to experience every time I perform. 1, 2, 3. Did you? What did you? He's wearing the long sleeves, but I tell you, okay, there's only one thing that could possibly happen. Wait, don't move. That's a largely ceremonial gesture, but it counts. Count the coins from your hand into the glass one at a time so that we can all hear exactly how many you got.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that's the Victorian coins and glass. So this is a production sequence, one of the many ones I've been playing with, but I played with a bunch of different ways to get into this routine, and this is the one I enjoy doing the most. It starts off with the idea that because of the base of the glass, the way it's shaped, I can have a stack of 4 coins. You can get even a bigger stack under there if you want to. 4 coins under the glass, it's like they vanish, right? I can tilt over. If I place my thumb on top, I can tilt over and pretend to pour something out, but there will be no sound, and the coins can't be seen, right? So I have 4 coins, and since the routine has a shell in it, the bottom coin is the nested coin. The shell's right on top of it. It's just sitting there, shell side on top, other 3 coins on top. Now this is going to be a little difficult. This is going to be a little bit of stack work, but if you're interested in this sort of stuff, it's also a lot of fun. And if you find some parts of it difficult, I can guarantee you'll find some of it interesting that you can actually use because it's not all of it is hard. Some of it is challenging. I start with the glass on top of the stack. Again, the shell is the lowermost coin nested there. Boom. Nice display. I talk about the idea that there might be something inside. Maybe you can see it. And I do the pour. I put the little invisible nothingness down on the table. I take the glass. I can show it, still showing the hands empty. Just making sure I don't whack the glass against the stack of coins. Glass goes down. Grab that little visible nothing. And now you're going to do a move, the twist production from my friend Curtis Cam. Now, as I twist, I get people used to this motion. I look up at them, I look back down, and as I look down, my thumb just contacts the top coin and just slides it forward to the very edge. The third finger, and only the third finger, a la Ramsey finger palm, is holding on to the coins. So that coin just gets pushed off the stack. Boom. So to speed, it's like I have nothing, I have nothing, I have nothing, and then all of a sudden, push, I have something. And if you let these fingers cover the moment where the coin appears, it's very hard to tell exactly what moment that coin came to the fingertips. And especially since you're spinning it, the light is hitting it at different moments, so different people are going to see the coin appear at different moments, different instances. So it's a very deceptive way to do a production. The next thing you're going to do is a shuttle pass, which is a fairly standard move. Again, I just drop the coin into open finger palm. My third finger is going to grab onto it, and the hand's going to turn palm down. As it turns palm down, this hand's going to do the exact same thing it just did, but instead of all the twisty moves, it's going to push this coin to the fingertips with the thumb. The other 2 fingers holding on to the finger palm coin. So I'm here to there. So it looks like there's nothing happening. I just had coin number 1. So that's coin number 1. It just appeared here. I shuttle over. They see coin number 1 go into the glass. I pick up the glass. I shake. And as I shake, I just push this coin to my fingertips. The concealed coin goes to the fingertip. So you get this weird sound, and audiences are like, wait, did the coin jump out? What happened there? And all of a sudden they look and they see, okay, there's actually 2 coins. When they hear the 2 hit, I can pour out. Now this is the nice thing about the glass because of the shape and the pouring that you can do with it, right? It won't disturb the direction of the coins. So what you can do is you can pour and it easily goes into a fan. There's just something aesthetically pleasing to me that I can just pour it out right to my fingertips, especially since I'm palming a bunch of other coins. It makes me feel much more comfortable. So I can show the 2. I'm going to do a click pass. This hand's just going to catch the 1 coin. This hand, the one that is concealing the other stack, is just going to let this coin fall onto the stack. So from the front, it looks like that. From the side, from my side over here, it looks like that. Okay? You get that click there. You get the drop. I cover it a little bit. They think there's 2 going in the glass. They don't know yet that the 1 has vanished, but I can immediately pour it out, and you can see it, right? And then I just rinse and repeat. Shuttle pass over. That's the 1. Goes into the glass. Shake. That's 2. I pour these back out to show the 2 cleanly. I then perform a utility pass. I'm going to show the 2 coins here. I'm going to release the 1. 1's going to be released into this hand. So the 1 flies and hits the 2 that are already concealed. They believe it's just 2 coins, 2 coins. I don't openly show, look, 3. I just bounce them around. You hear coins. So I have 1 retained here in finger palm. My thumb then pushes. This time instead of pushing 1, it pushes 2 off. So the coin with the shell on it is going to be retained in Ramsey finger palm. These 2, fan of 2 here. They don't know about the coin with the shell still hidden. It hasn't gone anywhere yet. They don't know about this one over here. Drop the 2 in the glass. Talk about the 3rd one that's there. I can reach it and I can take it out. Now I'm taking full advantage of Ramsey subtlety here. And you can see the hand empty, right? I just try not to flash too much of the hand, but as long as I keep it down like this, I'm fine. Now I'm going to continue this motion as I bring the hand up towards my face. What happens is that the hand turns down, and as the hand turns palm down, the thumb, which is the reason why this is moving around, is that you want the movement. You want this motion to cover what you're about to do. The thumb contacts, and the hand turns over, and pushes the coin into JW grip. From here to here. So, and then as soon as it gets there, that thumb keeps moving, right? So it's the idea that I'm moving here, I'm moving here. I'm moving here, I'm moving here. I'm going back and forth, and the hand just looks as empty, just as empty, right? So I'm here to here. The coin's now in JW grip. From the audience's perspective, they're seeing this. They only see this for a split second, because I'm going to move forward towards them. And as I do that, you see what's already happened is the coin, my thumb has contacted the back of the coin closest to me and just knocks it down so that it goes into edge grip. Okay? So from here to there. Here to there. And that happens as the glass goes, as the hand goes from here forward. So now they're looking into the hand again, and now if they thought something was concealed in that, if they think, oh, I know about finger palm, if they thought something was going on there, there's nothing there now, right? So so you're reinforcing the cleanliness of each moment with the next level of display. So now there's nothing there. Now, but this also gets you in position to do production by my buddy John Bourne. The middle finger is going to push towards you. So this is, at this point, you're here. As you come in towards your body like this, you're going to push with that middle finger so the coin goes towards you. The coin actually ends up balanced for a second on the back of the thumb. Really, it's still in contact over here, so it's not quite balanced. I mean, there's still a little bit of pressure. You can see my hand just barely touching it there. So I'm still in control of it. I'm not worried about it. You don't want to go very far, and this is something that you have to play with in terms of its exact positioning. But once it's there, you can then push forward a little bit with the hand, push in with the thumb, and flip over into reverse thumb palm. Okay? So I'll show you the exposed version from here. I just went from here, from JW grip down to edge grip, pushes out and over. Now the timing of this is important, right? Because if I'm at the middle of the body, and I come forward here, now I have to conceal that moment, right? All the way in. It's all about bending at the elbow. If I bend at the elbow and then turn outward, I'm not going to flash that coin, but I just have to watch the angle. You'd really have to watch the angles on that. So when the hand is way out over here, now all you have to do is catch the coin. And if you drop the hand down and release the thumb, the coin falls down. Now, one thing I'd strongly encourage, and I have a problem with this because I'm just so happy that I've finally been able to release the coin. A lot of the times I open my hand and I open up like that. And there's no reason to do that. The best way to do this is to open the hand and then open the hand. Don't push the thumb up. Just let's leave it there, natural. I mean, you've already created the picture of what is natural, right? And it was supposedly the pre-production position. So in the post-production position, you want to hold on to that so that it just there's nothing that suspect about that position. It just is the way you hold your hand when you bend your hand like this. Whew, that was just coin number 3, people. Coin number 4 is so easy. I drop that coin into the glass. I pick them all up again. Or I toss them out so I can fan and show the 3 coins. I drop them all into this whole time, this 4 coin with the shell has just been hanging out, right? Now, we can't get too violent with that. I mean, we can't take a shell coin and just drop it in there with the rest because it'll make a different noise, and you might damage the shell. You got to be careful. So all I do is I let the fan of 3, after I pour them out, just coalesce with the 4th coin. I bounce, and I place the stack into the glass. And as I do so, I rotate it over. That's just so that now the shell is on the bottom, the coin with the shell is on the bottom. So when I place it in now at the bottom, I know exactly where it is. And now when it pours out, that's your shell right there. It won't flip over. It won't be in a bad position. It won't be exposed or anything like that. It'll just be as it should be, right? And look just like the rest. So anyway, this is challenging. But you know what? It has a lot of ideas behind it. And so you can use some of them. You don't have to use all of them. You can play around with them. I was just looking for a pretty straightforward way to come out, look clean, right? And then be able to mess with the audience, do the production however you want to do it, right? Set the coin down, pick it up. And then you have coins at your fingertips. You have lots of coins whenever you want them. So toy with the idea. I mean, this glass combined with these coins, the world is your oyster. Just go crazy with it. So I want to show you something else, something I've been doing regularly that involves the glass, especially if you're looking for a way to get into performing the routine. I always like to start showing my hands like this, talking about the glass and talking about the mystical properties of what's inside. Can you see this? Maybe you can't see it yet. It's actually an old coin, an old silver $50. The neat thing about this coin is that when it goes inside the glass like that, I can actually, you see that nice noise it makes, I can actually shake another coin out, just like that. It gives me 2. Some people think the 2 are actually an illusion, right? So if I take them both and give them a little shake, maybe they're right. That gives me the 1 at least, but whenever I need to, I can always shake out the second one, just like so. With these 2, once I have them and make sure they're real, I can reach out and get another one. Let me take it up, let me show it to you. And maybe you can't see it yet either. But all it takes is a toss in the air and a catch. And that gives me coin number 3, just like that. That's 1, 2, and 3. There's always a 4th coin. It's always just hard to find. All I have to do is cast the shadow of my hands over the glass, just like so. And that gives me all 4 coins. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Thank you. Hi, so this is Victorian coins and glass. The reason this routine came about was because I went from teaching in classrooms that were about 22 students to teaching in classrooms that involved 350 students. And I still want to be able to do magic at times, and I still want to be able to do coin magic. So I didn't want to have to go buy like a big duck pan or like, you know, a rubber bottle or anything like that that I can ball up in a paper bag, right? So I came up with this routine as a way that people could hear the coins appear, but also still use the glass as a point of vanishing rather than just a point of arrival. And so what I realized is if I have these 2 spectators on either side of me, I can use them to help make this even more meaningful for the audience, because what do people watch? They're not, if in a room of 300 people, they're not going to necessarily be able to see the coins, but what they will be able to see is the spectators' responses. So the spectator responses are incredibly important for how this routine works for such a large group of people. You need 4 coins and this glass. You need 4 coins and a shell and this glass. This is a very cool little prop. It can do a lot of things. Now, as you can see right now, you can look into it and you're catching the black background here. But it has this amazing, amazing ability to conceal coins. Now we'll get a tight close-up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I do a number of times in the routine is that I have the shell on my hand like this, and I have the coin, the glass right on top of it. Now, it looks as if you're not seeing the coin. But in reality, you're seeing 10 different copies of the coin. But because of the nature of this glass, it looks like it's just the light's being refracted in a very strange way. See, it's right there. But so if you know what to look for, you can sort of see it. But you can hold this right in front of the spectators, as I do a number of times in the routine, and they can't see the coin at the bottom of the straight whiskey glass. It's difficult to see, but it has a really nice curvature to it. And what this allows is that it does two things. Since it's a steady curve, what happens is that if I take a coin with the expanded shell, so I have two coins here and an expanded shell, and I put them into the glass like so. First of all, because of the way the glass is shaped, you can't see the coins. You can't tell exactly how many are there. You can't tell that one is nested already. And because of the shape, it keeps the shell nested, so I can shake it. Shell doesn't come off. And when I pour it out, the curvature of the glass keeps the shell on the coin. So that's what one of the things glass does. And at different points of the routine, you'll be taking advantage of both of these moments. So the way I usually begin this is that I'll have the person who's going to be over here is going to be holding the glass. The person to my right is going to be holding the glass. The person to my left is going to be receiving the coin. So I'll let the person to my left look at the glass. I'll let the person on the right take a look at the coins. Now I have the shell in my hand, and I've done it using the easiest technique possible. Is I had the coins here. I had the coin with the shell closest to my hand. Opening is facing this way, and I simply turn over. And when I turn over, the coin just falls out of the shell. I keep the coin in finger palm. This is a move we're going to be doing a couple times in this routine. This person looks at the coins. They don't see anything odd about them except for the fact that they're half crowns that they've never seen before in their life. I let this person look at the glass first, and then let this person look at the coins so that I can come back to the person with the glass and take it back from them first while this person's looking at the coins. When I do that, I let them look at the glass. I put the glass right on top of the shell. I take the glass, put it right on top of the shell. And I'll point to the bottom of the glass and say, there's no trap door or anything in there, right? And they'll laugh and say no. And they're staring right at the gimmick. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. It's right there, but they can't see it. So you have this moment where they can take the 4 coins they have and drop them into the glass. At this point, you can begin your patter. And I talk sometimes about ether and the connecting, it's like the force from Star Wars, ether, A-E-T-H-E-R. Or sometimes I just talk about being able to manipulate the energies around or mesmerizing the coins to make them believe they can travel from one point to another. You get into your pattern, whatever makes it a Victorian piece. And notice that this old-fashioned glass, it's actually called an old-fashioned highball glass, is what it does is it allows you to, it adds the age kind of area, kind of consistency, keeps the age idea of the props, i.e. I have old coins, I have an old glass, it all works together to create this Victorian coins and glass. Now you're not going to do the easiest renesting of a shell and coins. I look down into the glass and I can see which direction the coins are facing, whether they're heads or tails up. You take a look at the coins and you can see you can just sort of flip them around in there with your index finger and middle finger. And what I try to do is make sure that the face of the coin, so you can see that I can see the face of the coin there. My shell is a face coin, face side of the shell. So I want that face side to be down because, so I push the whole stack, I just flip it over. So now I know the coin at the bottom of the stack is face down. What this allows you to do is, because of the shape of the glass, is that when in order to renest the shell, I just pour the coins right into the shell. Because there's a bunch of coins and a bunch of noise, there's no noise of the fact of the shell hitting the coins. I mean, there's noise, but you can't tell it is. And I've already renested the shell, and I'm ready to go with the routine. All right, so what I'd like to show you folks now are just a few other little things that I've learned over the year performing this. And one of the most important ones is audience management, particularly when you're putting the coins from the glass into their hands. That pour out can be a little nerve-wracking for some people, I imagine, but I have a couple little tips to show you that I figured out along the way. So Thomas is going to help us out with his hand. Palm up, flat on the table, perfect. I'm going to place the glass there. And I'll usually have them just hold their hand flat like a table like that. You can, but if you want to close it, if they close it, it's not a big deal. So I'll ask them, I'll show them the 4 coins. I'll say, how many coins do you see?
4.
He says 4, nice and loud for everyone to hear. He can see the 4. The 4 coins go into the glass, right? Now I'll usually be palming the other one here, but for the sake of illustration, all we're going to talk about right now is monitoring his hand. So we're going to get to the moment of we've done the magic, the coin's appeared, this person is looking at the coin, this person's looking at the coin over here, and I say, now all I need you to do is to hold your hand flat like this. I'm going to pour the coins out into your hand. You just tell everybody exactly how many coins you see.
3.
He says 3, right? Now look at this moment. This is the position that I wanted to show. This is a control issue. A lot of the times when you put coins, especially a gaff, into a spectator's hand, right, you have to be worried about monitoring it. If I don't touch his thumb, your thumb could go in. Go ahead and try to touch the coins. So you might be able to get in there. But notice that I have a pretty firm grip on the fingers. I'm not too worried about the pinky because I've never had anyone go, because as long as I control the third finger, the pinky won't be able to move. And for the sake of the audience, this looks like a very dramatic, theatrical focus, right? It's like here. But for me, it's all about controlling him. So I control his thumb, I control the fingers, he can see 3 coins, it looks very clean. Now my only concern at this point is his other hand. That's the only thing I have to worry about. So go ahead, Thomas, try to grab, would you hold on to the glass for just a second? Thank you very much. Now look at that. Now I've just diffused the situation. He's holding the glass and he knows from the very start that that's his job, is to maintain that glass. And now I have control over both hands. And I've never had to use that, but that's what I came up with. Because I've seen people start to move and I've thought, what am I going to do? Oh, of course, I can just hand them the glass. But it never got to that point yet, because people are usually so fixated on this happening in their hands that they don't have to worry about it. So anyway, this is just a nice little bit. Thank you very much. You can put your hand down. This is just a nice little bit about how to manage the spectator and how to make sure you have complete control over the display of the 3 coins in their hands, which is a big deal and is, of course, one of the many climaxes that occurs, the vanish, and then, of course, the productions. So we brought our victims, I mean volunteers, back. So I could talk about a few other ideas that I've developed about Victorian coins and glass that I find to be very useful, again, in terms of this audience control. As you know, or if you don't know about me, I'm a lefty with my coin magic. Maybe you notice, maybe you don't. There's no particular direction you have to do this routine in. It's up to you in terms of what you're more comfortable in doing the one move that you really need to do. So let me walk you through the reasoning. I have a guy over here, and I have a girl over here. Or a man and a woman. That's usually just how it always works out. And there are a couple of reasons why. The first reason why is if I'm going to have you hold out your hand again, I'm going to be pouring into her hand. Usually women are going to be a little more docile. Not because they're docile creatures, but because they're polite. And men are just rude. And so I know that I can usually count on having someone who I can control a little bit easier. I don't have to try to fight them. Usually it can happen if you have a male in this position, they could get a little, they're more likely to try to pull away or fight you in terms of strength. But she's just going to help me out. Also, both of these people are going to try to help you out as much as they can because they're nervous. But I usually put the female here also because she's going to get the last coin and I want her to have the big reaction at the end. So that's the reason why she's here. You can put your hand down. Thank you very much. Good work. Your hand modeling skills are they're going right through the roof as longer this works. So with my buddy Nate here, the reason why he's here is so that I can do the final vanish with him. This is a weird moment because you're turning him into a stooge, right? But there are a couple of little things that I want to touch on. So go ahead and hold out your hand for me, Nate. What's going to happen is I'm going to do a simple vanish, right? So I don't have anything here. I'm just holding out. But I do something very particular here. Note the blocking, and this is the reason why I have him on this side, because I'm going to palm with my left hand. I'm going to put my hand here on his wrist. I'm going to put the nothing into his hand, and I can cross and close over. I mean, look at my angles. You can't see the coin I'm concealing, right? You're fine. You can't see it, right?
Right. Right, you can't see it.
No, yes, no,
I can't.
yes, you cannot see the, right? And so I'm also protecting, and you can't see it either.
No.
And I'm protecting my angles over here. Now, and you're doing a good job of holding on, but I can sneak out. The other thing is that you can go ahead and close up your hand, but so you do the vanish.
I didn't know.
They do it. No, that's fine. That's fine. So one of the reasons I use a guy here is that usually I can convince. I mean, think about it. What percentage of magicians are males? Right? If you're at a magic show and you have guys from the audience, they could either do one or two things. They could either be on your side or they could be against you. What I just told him, you heard what I said, is that he's going to get to do the magic. If I have a large group of people, what I'll say, Nate, you're going to be walking out of here and everyone's going to say, Nate, how'd you do that? because you're about to fool them. And you know what? I give you you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want to those people. Now, whatever he says to them, I mean, if he tells them that he never put anything in my hand, they'll just think he's lying. I also always try to grab a guy with long sleeves, because then I can always pat them down. So because if he does the vanish, I can always go like, where'd the coin go, right? And it gets a nice little laugh. The other thing is that I'm turning him into the magician. And this moment, when you go ahead and hold your hand out there, this moment, and I find that this lines are so important when I say, if I'm working with a couple or if I'm working for an audience, I do two different lines. With a couple, what I'll say is I'll say, look into her eye. Because what you'll get to see is the moment of magic that I get to experience every single time I perform. And then he does the vanish, and if he's looking at her, she'll have the response, and then he gets to feel this moment. Is he going to tell her how he did it? He's not going to tell her. He's going to lord this over her forever. Yeah. It's a powerful moment. So now all of a sudden you're at a table for two. You've just turned him into a magician, and she gets to have the moment of magic when it appears in her hand. Now for a large group of people, I say the same line pretty much, and I'll say, but don't look at me. Don't look at her. I'll tell them to look at the audience. Because what you'll get to see then is the moment of magic that I get to experience every single time I perform. And what this guy then does is he opens up his head, he hears and he's looking at the audience, and he gets to see people freak out. And what this guy then, is he going to go and tell on you? Is he going to go walking around the lobby after the show and like, oh, he never put in mind? No, he's going to be loving this attention he's going to get, because people are going to go up afterwards and they're going to remember him. So there's very specific reasons why I've chosen these people, well, not these particular people, but these particular genders, that I found that this combination is the best combination. Also notice that instead of doing it, it's a typical coins across. The first coin, when it vanishes from here, appears here. Second coin appears here, you hear the clink. Then the next coin appears in his hand, but then the next coin doesn't appear in his hand, it appears in her hand. So if you can get out of your head that a coins across can only go in one direction, and think about this as their hands as a focal point for where the magic is experienced, that's what makes this trick work. That's what makes it work for a small group of people. That's what makes it work for a large group of people. So those are just a couple of little extra thoughts to keep in mind when performing Victorian coins and glass. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. I need you to hold out your left hand here for me, just like that. And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Excellent, Caitlin. I'm going to give you that glass. You're just going to hold it right there. You're going to kind of be the eyes of the audience. And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Mm-hmm. Caitlin and Tiffany. Excellent. I'm gonna need you in just a second, but not quite yet. Okay. What I'm gonna do is this. Caitlin, you're right up front. You're gonna be the eyes of the audience, like I said. All I need you to do is tell me, how many coins do you see there?
4.
Good answer. Look at that. Back in the 19th century, they used to believe in this force called ether. No, that's not the stuff I used to take on my dates. But I'm revealing too much. I'm sharing too much. I'm sorry. But it was this idea that everything in the universe was connected by like a force. So like I could in other words, the coins are connected to the glass, and the glass is connected to you, but I'm connected to the glass and the coins, even though there's nothing here. So I mean, if I could manipulate the etheric force, like I could from over here, I could tickle your cheek. Well, not that cheek, sir. That's a different. I'm not getting paid enough for that show. I'm sorry, but I'm teasing. But if I could manipulate those forces, maybe I could manipulate other objects. This is a trick right out of the 19th century. What they would do is they try to manipulate those coins, inanimate objects, from here. Now it'd be kind of scary if they started moving. It would freak me out too. So don't worry about that. What I'm going to try to do is do something a little more practical. For instance, if I could get the pieces of one of the coins to come over here into my hand, and just give a little wave, and make the pieces materialize. Tiffany, would you take a look, make sure that's a real coin? Good?
Yes.
Hold your hand out flat for me, Caitlin, and in a loud, clear voice, I want to let you tell everyone how many coins you see.
3.
Very good, very good. So, we're ready to do the routine. I have the spectator hold out the hand that's closest to me, and I hand them the glass. That's where the glass is going to go. And I just make sure I toy with the coins a little bit as I talk about the pattern I'm using, whether it's about ether, whether it's about mesmerism, whatever weird 19th century concept you want to use. And as I do this, I just unnest the coin with one hand as I finger palm one of the coins. So it's a really simple move. I just jam one of these coins into my left hand finger palm, because the coins are going from my right to my left. And right after I do that, I just let the coins come together, and I do the one-handed unnest of the shell. all that's going to happen is that my index finger and third finger are going to hold on to the shell. And I'm going to just tilt back a little bit. All I really have to do is tilt the thumb back. See, and it creates a metal hand puppet of doom. It's like a Terminator. Rah, rah. And that's all I need to get that coin just to tilt back a little bit. I can then push it forward so I get a fan. So this isn't a really tasking moment. You're talking, you're doing your patter, whatever you're doing at this point to get people to listen to you. And while you're fussing with the coins, you unnest the shell, so you have a fan of 4. At the same time, you just keep one of the coins in finger palm. This isn't like a very heavy move. I just push one of the coins off, I keep the coin in finger palm and immediately unnest. So they see 4 coins. I turn to the spectator and I say very specifically, how many coins do you see here? And they say 4. Now the reason why I used to say, and then I learned very quickly this is not the thing to say, how many coins are in the glass? And then they do this. And they start poking around and trying to figure out. You don't want them to do that. You don't want them to do that. So I say, how many coins do you see here? And they say 4. And I say, excellent. And I just put the coins into the glass. And because of the shape of the glass, the shell nests. So the coin with the shell is on the very bottom right now. But they're looking at it from the side. And if they start to look at it, what you can do is, if you're worried about them looking down at it, they're not going to be able to see. You can't see. You can't tell by looking into it how many coins there are. The problem is that since I'm tilting it, it's causing a little bit of shit. But even if I tilt it, you can't really tell how many coins are there. If they give you heat, what you can do is you can raise their hand up with the glass in it to about their eye level. And so from their perspective, all they're seeing is this. And you can't really tell how many coins are in there. You got the one coin, that you're one ahead of them now, concealed here in this hand. Now you can do whatever you want. You can take your time. Sometimes when I produce this coin, what I'll do is I'll do a quick changeover. I will simply pretend to grab a little bit of nothingness over here, show it on every side. I'll transfer the nothingness over to this hand, and then I'll make the coin appear. All I'm doing there is I'm doing a push-through changeover. I show nothing here. This finger, my third finger, is already curled into nowhere palm. I have tilted the coin that's in finger palm down to nowhere palm. It starts here, and with my thumb I can just kick it down to nowhere palm. And with the thumb, as the hands come close to each other, I'm going to push that coin out. So it goes from here to here. And I, again, gesture with this little bit of nothing in my hand. So I've grabbed that little bit of nothingness over here. And as this hand comes over, notice that the hand with nothingness is already curved as if it has a coin in nowhere palm. So you're going to push the coin out at the same time as this hand comes in front. So it looks like you're just transferring that little bit of invisible nothingness. And I've already pushed the coin over. So as I come, I'll show it for you from this angle. As I grab that little bit of nothingness, it comes, I pretend to transfer it here. And that's when my thumb pushes that coin out. And it receives, and the other hand receives it in nowhere palm. To produce the coin, I just take my fingers, put it in here, grab the coin, and open the hand. Boom, it's done. So a little bit of nothing over here. Can't see it yet, but when I squeeze, it becomes a coin. Very magical looking. Let this person take a look at that. And I use that line. Now that's either a 5th coin, or you have this spectator, whatever hand that they have this on, it should be the hand that's close to you. I grab the fingers, and I pick the glass up, and I pour the 3 coins right into their hand. It's a little on edge. It's a little chancy, but I've never had anybody do anything weird. I'm holding onto their fingers. They can't do anything. If their other arm moves, I hand them the glass. I'm holding here. I hand them the glass. They're not going to be able to poke the coins in any way. You have full control over the spectator. You ask them, how many coins do you see now? And they say 3. What their answer is very important. You say nice and loud, how many coins do you see? 3. It's also not going to be the number that they say that's going to get a response from the audience, but it's going to be their expression. You holding the glass there. I know, it's scary, isn't it? It gets better. Trust me. How many coins do you see here?
3.
Very good. And how many coins do you see here, Tiffany? 1. Good answer. See, we're all working together here. But again, if there's some way I could manipulate the forces of the universe. I guess not the universe. Manipulate the forces. Did you hear? Sometimes it actually works. Take a look. Make sure those are solid coins. They're not like, so they don't like stick together. They're not the magnets. They're solid metal, silver metal, right? Loud, clear voice, Caitlin. How many coins do you see?
2.
Very good. I pick the 3 coins up. I put with the shell. I put the glass back down. I let this person hold on to this coin over here, and I show the fan of 3, and I just dump them right into my open finger palm there. So I'm finger palming the bottom one. I push off the 2, leaving the one in finger palm behind as I immediately do the one-headed unnest move again. I say, how many coins do you see? I repeat again. I see 3. Excellent. Now here's one of my favorite moves. I pick up the coin that they have in their hand and I say, and how many coins do you see? And they say 1. And all you do is a shuttle pass. You pick up the coin, drop it in the hand, show it in open finger palm, hand turns over. You do the variation, the shuttle pass that I learned, that I picked up, is that as this hand turns up, the thumb just going to kick the coin back. So you get just a little bit of motion, not a huge amount of motion, right? It's like I go, wah! It's more like a whoop, okay? So the wrists, both wrists turn at the same time, and you get this really, really convincing display. And I giggle when I do this because it just cracks me up that I'm showing people 2 coins, and they say 1. And it's like, haha, my magic worked. So now when I take this coin in, I just did the shuttle pass here. I put this coin and I put it right into my classic palm. So it's all ready to be classic palm now. So that way I can reach over here, pretend to grab nothing, and get a nice click, dropping the classic palm coin directly under the coin that's in finger palm. Just falls out. And you don't have to do that. You don't even have to make noise. In fact, another choice you could have is that you could, instead of trying to go for the click, you could just give it a shake and say, wait, I didn't quite get it yet. Hold on. Wait, didn't quite get it yet. There we go. And so I'm just holding the coin in place, not letting it make any noise, and then letting it go, so that then all of a sudden, now you're here too. I let this person look at these 2 coins, make sure they're real. Now, this person is usually freaking out at this point because they're anticipating what's about to happen. Clear, loud voice. How many coins do you see? I see 2. Now, it gets a little freaky after a while, I admit. Now, let me see these 2 again real fast, because these 2 are. We're going to try this a little differently, okay? I'm going to actually give you these 2 to hold on to, but I want you to squeeze under them tightly, okay?
Okay.
So that I make sure I can't sneak anything in or sneak anything out, okay? Just sneak it right there. Put your hand flat and smile. You say steel trap? Excellent. Very good. Very good. Your job, Caitlin, is not going to change. How many coins do you see here?
2.
Very good. The glass. Now here we go. We'll try this one more time. That way everyone can focus on my hands to see if there's any way I could possibly make another coin appear. Give it a second. You know, sometimes what they would say about the etheric force is that it's not about being able to control objects, but sometimes it's about the objects that have a connection one with another. For instance, they've been around each other a lot. Don't move. But let's see what, loud, clear voice, Caitlin. How many coins do you see?
1.
Now don't move yet. I sometimes perform this for a large group of people, Tiffany. And so what I'd like you to do is to do exactly what I do there. I want you to drop the coins that you have in your hand. Don't look at me. I want you to drop them one at a time in the glass so that everyone here can hear exactly how many coins there are. And now you just pick them up. And you have control over the spectator. This spectator has nothing to worry about. Pick it up, pick them up. And what I do is I very quickly do the same thing, steal the 1 coin over into finger palm, immediately do the unnest. I pick up the 2 coins that have already gone, and I do a move that I thought I invented, but Larry Jennings actually did. I have the coin already in finger palm. I pick up the 2 here, and I drop them right on top, and I square up the coins with a little jiggle. And my 3rd finger holds onto the stack of 3. My thumb kicks the top coin forward. So from the front, it looks like 2. From the back, you can see that you have 2 coins there, but they can't see that. So from the front, they see 2. And I say, how many coins do you see? 2. That's right. I want you to hold on to them so that we can focus just on these 2 for the moment. That's a nice little bit of misdirection. I want them to forget that this person's holding on to these coins. 2 coins. How many coins do you see here? They say 2. You say, excellent. Goes into the glass. Now what's neat about this is that the coin just nested. And if I give a little shake, it just barely sounds like 2 coins. Now that's why you don't want to shake too hard, because if you shake too hard, that coin can unnest if it doesn't have the weight of the other coins on top. But shake gentle, you don't have to worry about that. You do all your finagling, you do all your fake pretending, and like the coin has gone across, but wait, I can't get it, I can't make it appear. Oh no, wait a minute, I think this is actually, sometimes the coin goes to where they're most comfortable being. So you turn to this spectator with the coin, with the glass in their hand, you say, how many coins in clear loud voice do you see? And you pour the coin with the shell directly onto their palm. They say, I see one. I pick up the coin, the shell off their hand, and I'm going to clean up, just in case someone decides to tackle me. It's just a nice little moment to have everything examinable if you really need to, but also I need to make sure the sound's coherent. So I can't really put the coin with the shell back in and then have the person over here count the coins into the glass, because then they'll clink against the shell. So what I do is I do the same unnest move I did, but I do it into the glass. All right, coin's in the shell, same unnest movement again, goes into the glass. After I do that, I then take the glass and put it right on top of the shell. So I have a very clean display here, and I have them, instead of dumping their coins out on the table or dumping them all at once, I say, drop the coins one at a time in the glass so that everyone can hear exactly how many coins you have. Because not everyone's going to be able to see it if you're doing this for a large group of people. But that's 1, 2, 3. It's a killer moment. This person had 3 coins in their hand. This person thought there was 2 coins over here. The coins are traveling across, and it's happening now in the spectator's hand. Good work. No, that's great. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. We'll try it again. We won't necessarily need the glass yet. Would you mind if I pick on you for just a second? Great, sure, excellent. That's what I want to hear. And what's your name?
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Hold out your hand for me, Kelsey. I'm going to count the coins in your hand one at a time. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Is that fair?
Yep.
Is that good? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove one of the coins. You close up your hand, turn your hand over just like that, leave it right there and smile. Another satisfied customer, so you got to keep people happy. I need your help. You've been doing such a good job here, Caitlin. And no, you really have, because it's just kind of creepy, right? I mean, it's a little weird. So you've been helping with the magic, and I need you to help me with the magic one more time, okay? So go ahead and hold your hand out for me. And what I need you to do is this. I'm going to, all I need you to do is I just need you to close up your hand, turn your hand over, and smile as well. Very good, see? And now we're going to try to do a big finish. We're going to use the glass one last time, but in a slightly different way, maybe as a way to concentrate the forces of the coin. Hold your hand up here. Go ahead and open it. Did you? It's like magic. It didn't go up your sleeve. It didn't go, you just keep your hand right here. One at a time. Do me a favor. Drop the coins into the glass so that everyone can hear exactly how many coins. Oh, wait. There we go. Go ahead. Give yourselves a big round of applause, because that was just phenomenal. Thank you very much for allowing me to show this to you tonight. Thank you. You do the re-nesting of the coin, so you have the 4 in the glass. I poke around to make sure the bottom one is going to be facing the right direction, and I just pour. I've re-nested the coins. Flip them over. You can show them. I mean, they just saw the coins go in. There's no way that you just added a gaff. It doesn't seem like it's possible. I'll say we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'll put the glass aside. I'll have this person hold their hand, and I'll do a count. So this coin over here is my coin with a shell. So I start with this hand. I go 1 into the spectator's hand, 2, 3, 4 coins. Is that fair? And at this point, what's happening is that it's not fair at all, because the coin with the shell is directly on top. You pick up the shell, rather. So now they have 4 coins in their hand. Have them close up their hand. And now's the part where you get to turn the spectator to your right into a stooge. Now what I do for this poor spectator over here is I usually have the line, look, you've been helping us out the entire time. You've been doing such a good job at it that you're going to help me out the very end here. You want to do a little magic for everyone? And usually they have no idea what's going on. And so I say, here, what I want you to do, hold out your hand. All I want you to do is squeeze and smile. And I just do a retention pass into my hand. Very standard retention pass. I'm using the same mechanics of the way I usually do a retention pass. Instead of using both fingers, which is the standard steal of a retention pass, instead of doing both fingers to steal the coin, I just use my middle finger. So the coin, it's not even a full edge grip, it just sort of gets clipped here. And this move comes right from David Williamson's book, the very first Vanish in his book, Williamson's Wonders. Now, notice I didn't say I want you to take the coin. I just want you to say, here, squeeze, close up your hand, turn your hand over, and smile. So they're standing there, they got nothing in their hand, they're looking at you. They, if they're paying attention, know that you just vanished a coin. But they're not going to say anything because you use the Goshman line, turn your hand over, and smile. And they smile, and you can do the follow-up line, another satisfied customer. It gets a laugh from the audience. But by making people smile, it shuts them up. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so they have nothing in their hand. This person has 4 coins in their hand. The trick's over. You pick the glass back up at this point, and I place it right on top of the shell. Now, it's clean. I'm clean. I'm as clean as I could ever be here, and now this person's going to do the big ending. They got nothing in their hand. All I say is open your hand over the glass. And at this point, they get it. At this point, they get that they've been made a stooge, if they haven't gotten it already. But now, and so I've seen some hilarious people just milk this, it's very dramatic. This moment gets the loudest response of anything I do in my act. And I didn't do diddly squat. The spectator does it all. It's an amazing response. You get crazy gasps from the people in the audience. And I usually play along here. I usually act a little confused. I oftentimes will have someone with long sleeves. I'll specifically choose someone with long sleeves so I can pat them down and say, did you, then they look at you like, I didn't do it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then you turn to this person over here and you say, there's only one place that coin can be. And one at a time, go ahead, count the coins into the glass so that everyone here, they do the same thing at 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 coins. Stand there and take your applause. To clean up, usually I just put this all away. Sometimes I'll vanish these coins, but if I want to clean up, I just dump the coins onto the shell, reshelling the coin, same way I did before, and drop all 4 coins back in the glass as this goes back into my case. This is Victorian coins in glass. It is a worker. It takes a long time to perform, a long time, it fills a lot of space in an act. And it's very, very strong. It's been my closer now for a while. And it kicks butt. And it allows you to do very simple sleight of hand for a large room of people and create a really memorable, magical effect. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you use it well. Thanks. Well, the reason why I brought you here this evening is because if you can't tell by the glasses or the bad tie, I'm a bit of a nerd. But actually what I do is I study old magic. That's what I do. I actually have a doctorate in magic. You didn't know people could actually do that, but it's true. That's what I do. My research is on Victorian magic, so magic in the late 1800s. And so I brought along this very interesting glass. It's kind of antique. They don't make glasses like this anymore. They're really hard to find. And the reason I brought this is that the glass, well, you'll see in a second. That's not all I brought. I brought that, and I brought some old coins with me as well. So what I'd like you to do is take a look at the glass, make sure it's real, not like it's a solid piece of glass. There's no like trap door at the bottom. And would you take a look at these coins for me? Make sure they're real. Those are half crowns. They're actually the coins, types of coins that magicians used to use in the 19th century. Solid. They don't like come apart, or they don't go like fit inside of each other. They're solid pieces of metal, right? Good. Excellent, excellent work. And this is not in any way this isn't in any way a trick glass, and you can like see right into it, right? And there's nothing comes out. Okay, good. Here's the reason why I'm interested in old magic from the 19th century is that nowadays people just see magic as like card tricks, it's that sort of stuff. But back then they had really kind of weird magic. I mean, not spooky weird, but just kind of different. They thought about things as being amazing in a different way than we do. So what I'm going to try to do for you tonight is a trick that's really, it came from the period. I need you to hold out your left hand here for me, just like that. And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, excellent, Caitlin. I'm going to give you that glass. You're just going to hold it right there. You're going to kind of be the eyes of the audience. And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Caitlin and Tiffany. Excellent. I'm gonna need you in just a second, but not quite yet. Okay.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is this. Caitlin, you're right up front. You're gonna be the eyes of the audience. Like I said, all I need you to do is tell me how many coins do you see there?
4.
Good answer. Look at that. Back in the 19th century, they used to believe in this force called ether. No, that's not the stuff I used to take on my dates. But I'm revealing too much. I'm sharing too much. I'm sorry. But it was this idea that everything in the universe was connected by like a force. So like I could in other words, the coins are connected to the glass, and the glass is connected to you, but I'm connected to the glass and the coins, even though there's nothing here. So I mean, if I could manipulate the etheric force, like I could from over here, I could tickle your cheek. Well, not that cheek, sir. That's a different. I'm not getting paid enough for that show. I'm sorry, but I'm teasing. I'm teasing. But if I could manipulate those forces, maybe I could manipulate other objects. This is a trick right out of the 19th century. What they would do is they try to manipulate those coins, inanimate objects, from here. Now it'd be kind of scary if they start moving. It would freak me out too. So don't worry about that. What I'm going to try to do is do something a little more practical. For instance, if I could get the pieces of one of the coins to come over here into my hand, and just give a little wave, and make the pieces materialize. Tiffany, would you take a look, make sure that's a real coin? Good?
Yes.
Hold your hand out flat for me, Caitlin, and in a loud, clear voice, I want to let you tell everyone how many coins you see.
3.
Very good, very good. You hold on the glass there. I know, it's scary, isn't it? It gets better. Trust me. How many coins do you see here?
3.
Very good. And how many coins do you see here, Tiffany?
1.
Good answer. See, we're all working together here. But again, if there's some way I could manipulate the forces of the universe, I guess not the universe, manipulate the forces. Did you hear? Sometimes it actually works. Take a look. Make sure those are solid coins. They're not they don't stick together. They're not the magnets. They're solid metal, silver metal, right? Loud, clear voice, Caitlin. How many coins do you see?
2.
Very good. Now, it gets a little freaky after a while, I admit. Now, let me see these two again real fast, because these two are. We're going to try this a little differently. Okay. I'm going to actually give you these two to hold on to, but I want you to squeeze under them tightly. Okay.
Okay.
So that I make sure I can't sneak anything in or sneak anything out. Okay. Just sneak right there. Put your hand flat and smile. You say steel trap? Excellent. Very good. Very good. Your job, Caitlin, is not going to change. How many coins do you see here?
2.
Very good. The glass. Now here we go. We'll try this one more time. That way everyone can focus on my hands to see if there's any way I could possibly make another coin appear. Give it a second. Sometimes what they would say about the etheric force is that it's not about being able to control objects, but sometimes it's about the objects that have a connection one with another. For instance, they've been around each other a lot. Don't move, but let's see what, loud, clear voice, Caitlin, how many coins do you see?
1.
Now don't move yet. I sometimes perform this for a large group of people, Tiffany, and so what I'd like you to do is to do exactly what I do there. I want you to drop the coins that you have in your hand. Don't look at me. I want you to drop them one at a time in the glass so that everyone here can hear exactly how many coins there are.
I was.
Good work, good work, good work. No, that's great. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. We'll try it again. We won't necessarily need the glass yet. Would you mind if I pick on you for just a second? Great, sure, excellent. That's what I want to hear. And what's your name?
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Hold out your hand for me, Kelsey. I'm going to count the coins in your hand one at a time. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Is that fair?
Yep.
Is that good? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove one of the coins. You close up your hand, turn your hand over just like that, leave it right there, and smile. Another satisfied customer, so you got to keep people happy. I need your help. You've been doing such a good job here, Caitlin. And no, you really have, because it's just kind of creepy, right? I mean, it's a little weird. So you've been helping with the magic, and I need you to help me with the magic one more time, okay? So go ahead and hold your hand out for me. And what I need you to do is this. I'm going to, all I need you to do is I just need you to close up your hand, turn your hand over, and smile as well. Very good, see? And now we're going to try to do a big finish. We're going to use the glass one last time, but in a slightly different way, maybe as a way to concentrate the forces of the coin. Hold your hand up here. Go ahead and open it. Did you? It's like magic. It didn't go up your sleeve. It didn't go, you just keep your hand right here. One at a time. Do me a favor. Drop the coins into the glass so that everyone can hear exactly how many coins. Oh, wait. There we go. Go ahead. Give yourselves a big round of applause because that was just phenomenal. Thank you very much for allowing me to show this to you tonight. Thank you.
Wow.
How many coins do you see there?
3.
That's 3 in the glass, and how many do you see, sir?
1.
That's right. But again, if I could manipulate objects from afar using this old ethereal force, that's all it takes. Sir, go ahead and take a look. Make sure they're real. A loud, clear voice again, Emily, so everyone can hear. How many coins do you see?
2.
Very good, very good. So the 3 biggest complaints I hear from magicians about coin magic. Number 1, the sleight of hand is difficult to learn. Number 2, coin magic especially tends to be a lot of that eye candy, and it's not interactive. Number 3, I can't do this trick everywhere. What if I told you I have a trick that proves all those things are wrong? This is Victorian coins and glass. This routine solves the problem of difficult sleight of hand. I feel guilty when I perform this trick. With just 1 or 2 moves mastered, the glass does everything for you. They see 4 coins go in, and then they see 3 coins come out. You can conceal the coins inside of it. You can conceal the coins beneath it. You can put the glass in the spectator's hands. All the magic, the best moments of magic for this routine, all occur in the spectator's hands. From the very start to the very end, to the point at the end, they're the ones doing the magic. You're just kind of there helping them out. It takes the magic away from you and gives it to them, which is something that's extremely special and helps them remember you. Last but not least, I performed this trick for 3 people. I performed this trick for 300 people. I performed it at tables in restaurants. I performed it in theaters. The routine plays well for big crowds because you can hear it. You can hear the coins, and that's what the glass gives you. It gives you so many options that it really does come down to what do you want to do with it. It's something that you can create with. Victorian coins and glass for anyone, anytime, anywhere.